What's up everybody, back at it again with another Magnum Quest video, and in this one I'm going to be breaking down 5 ways I go about understanding how much free Dragonshards I can earn per week and then per month on average. I'll be using my main account for the most part as reference, but I will be showing my other accounts on certain topics to give different scenarios. Let's get it. Wasting no time here, let's jump right in. So number one, it's going to be the guild. Guilds can play a big factor in your Dragonshard gain depending on how powerful the one you're in is. Let's use my main as an example. So the guild boss Frost Peak, I'm sure most guilds, I don't want to say all of them because maybe there's some new ones or some who aren't getting all these 3 chests here unlocked based off the total amount of hatred your guild does. If you didn't know, when you hit the boss, at the end of the battle, based off your total damage, you are given a hatred bracket. Currently the max hatred in the game right now is 18, and that will be at the 2 billion damage mark seen here. Each member will be contributing to this hopefully to unlock all the chests. Obviously you're going to have some times where some go inactive or some forget to hit, but for the most part you're hoping the majority of your guild members are doing this. So on chest 3, you're going to need 240 hatred needed. You get 50 Dragonshards. We're just going to cancel this out because everyone is most likely refreshing the general shop at least once, which costs 50 Dragonshards. Heading over to the Puppet Corpse bosses, this lasts for 48 hours and costs 15k guild activeness to open. Just remember, each member can do a max of 100 activity points a day, so your ability to open puppet bosses 2 times a week, which is the max you can, relies on your guild members' activeness. If you have a guild of 50 members, if each member does their 100, that's 5k points a day, so in 3 days you'll reach your 15k needed to open the Puppet Corpse. Now this lasts 2 days. If everyone stays on board, hopefully, and does their 100 activity points a day, you'll be able to open it again at the end of the week. So if we look at the chests, these are going to be similar to the guild boss. You'll notice it requires a total of 5k hatred to unlock all 3. If your guild can get all 3, you're going to gain 400 Dragonshards. That's going to be 100 for the first chest, 100 for the second, and then 200 for the third. If we jump in here, you're going to notice each boss contains their own chest. Each boss chest contains 50 Dragonshards plus 1600 guild currency. So if your guild can reach the required hatred seen here, for each boss, since it does increase, you'll gain an extra 200 Dragonshards, bringing your total for the Puppet Corpse to 600. Depending on how strong your guild is, you get 3 attack chances for free only. After that, you need to buy additional 3, which costs 50, then 100, then 150, so it increases each time you refresh. In my main account's guild, I know I don't technically have to refresh my chances, and we're still going to clear all 4 bosses, meaning I could be getting the full 600 Dragonshards. However, I personally refresh my attack chances 3 times. One of the reasons is simply to get enhancement materials used for upgrading gear. And then the second reason is I like to do testing, and this is the easiest way to do so, even though it does cost additional Dragonshards to do so. I don't really care so much for the guild currency right now, as I already have a lot, and it takes forever to find 5-star gear set pieces at this time, until they increase the rates, or maybe introduce more stuff of value that I would consider purchasing. So with that in mind, I would be spending 300 Dragonshards to refresh my attack chances 3 times, which brings my total outcome of Puppet Corpse to 300 Dragonshards. So for my main account, I would be getting a weekly income of 600 Dragonshards and a monthly income of 2400. For you, it may be less, it may be more. It all depends on the strength of your guild, how much total hatred your guild does, bosses unlocked, and how many times you choose to refresh your attack chances. Also, feel free to correct me in the comments on any of my breakdowns, because numbers hate me and I hate them. So number 2, it's going to be Arena. Really, you don't get a lot from here, however, it's still free shards, and I wish they would increase this. Let's take my current rank of 2 for an example. I'm always swapping my gear, runes, etc., so most of the time my defense set is weaker than it should be. I wish it locked in your gear and runes, or maybe it does and I just suck, I don't really know. But anyways, so at rank 2, I'm going to be getting 38 Dragonshards a day. It's pretty pitiful. Let's just do an attack and get to rank 1. Okay, so now we're at rank 1, and it's 40 Dragonshards. Season rewards happen every 2 weeks, and I would be getting 400 if I kept this rank. So this means weekly, I would be getting 280 Dragonshards from the daily arena ranking, and then those 400 every 2 weeks. So let's just go with 1,920 monthly if I kept that rank number 1. For you, just like number 1 referring to guilds, it may be higher, it may be lower. And then moving down to number 3, it's going to be the trial. So trial, you have 2 modes. You have normal and you have hard. If you're able to complete the entire trial, the final chest on normal gives you either 200 or 700 Dragon Shards. The final chest on hard gives you either 400 or 1000 Dragon Shards. From my experience, the chance to get the upper end of the shards is very, very low. Probably so low, I wouldn't even count on seeing this. So I'll just use what I think everyone normally gets, which is the lower end. I clear hard, so that's going to be 400 shards, and trial is open every 2 days, so you can do it 3 times a week, bringing my weekly Dragon Shard income to 1200 and my monthly income to 4800 shards. So now I'm going to do a couple quick tips for hard mode because I notice a lot of players struggling in the Discord. First, let me say this, after making multiple accounts, I understand your frustration regarding the uncertainty, if you're going to be able to clear it or not. You could fly through it one time and then on reset change nothing, meaning no squad level increase, no gear increase, stuff like no ascensions, and then struggle. A lot of this has to do with the equipment buffs that you're given, but they do seem to do ninja changes as well, such as hiring the final boss Demon Ares HP, or nerfs like lowering Xander Goblin boss defense, but it's not consistent. Some days it seems like it's working, some days it seems like it's not working. There's just a lot of inconsistency. Okay, so for the first thing, if you find the Durla NPC seen here, once you get her, your life is made much easier. On my main account, as you can see, I recruited her, and then using her, you can see her ult is doing on average like 1.6 million damage a tick, up to like 2 million on the upper end. At the end here, you're going to see it's big damage. I've had her do over 200 million damage in a fight easily. She's a very strong NPC. Arthur NPC is okay also if you pair him up with the Golden Dawn card seen here. You should have crazy shields after getting some energy equipment buffs, and then there's also the Alwyn NPC. Big heals as well, so she could be useful. Second thing is for the Xander Goblin boss, basically use your boss team. So the typical meta of Harry, Cinia, Sir, and then Fang Hista should do the trick. If you lack hero investment on the said heroes, use what you can. Fabian is a solid choice because at 20 stacks of ferocity, his normal attacks completely ignore the target's defense, and his ultimate simply ignores it as well. Now for the third thing, it's going to be the final boss, and it's going to be the Demon Ares. There's 3 things I wanted to mention here that should make your life a bit easier. So the first thing is Julian. If you have Julian and you can keep him healed, whether that's by Sir, Alwyn, Naomi, or maybe Arthur with shields, however you can do it, he can just tank Ares indefinitely because he's 100% physically immune to damage when he dies. As you can see in this clip, my Sir is just healing up Julian and Ares can't do anything to him. If I wanted to, I could just solo this boss like this, but there's 2 other things I wanted to mention. So the other thing is going to be Fabian. Once again, I'm bringing up Fabian due to his ability to completely ignore the target's defense, so you're able to take down the enemy faster. As you can see in this clip, when he builds up his ferocity stacks, he starts to really do some damage. These are seen right here. And then currently my Fabian is naked. He's a little naked honey badger. He has no gear and he has no rune. Maybe he has a rune. It's probably a silver rune, but I don't really use him. But this is a solid choice as well. And then finally, you got Kados. This is probably the easiest way to handle Demon Ares. The reason is Kados has this skill called Searing Whip of Hell, and depending on your squad level, changes the hero criteria needed to basically instantly kill the enemy when Kados falls in battle. So for me at level 3, soon as the target goes under 50% HP, he's going to instantly die when Kados dies. As you can see in this clip, Demon Ares is dropped to that HP criteria, and then bam, Kados just dies and takes Ares with him. You can use this to your advantage by slowly weakening the final boss till he meets the HP criteria and then putting in your Kados, having him die, and then just make quick work of him. One thing to note is on my second account, I feel they struggle with whatever algorithm they have in place right now, because when I had different squad levels, whether that's 300, 300, 275, whatever it may be, just a mix match, the hard trial was just all over the place. But as soon as I hit a universal squad level of 300, like this, meaning no more heroes lower or higher than the others, the trial became very easy, and the main thing is it was consistent. On my third account, I still have hard times and need to use Lucky Charms to revive my heroes sometimes a lot more than others. It's all based off the equipment buffs. If you get like a hero NPC like Durla, if I had made squad level changes, etc. But it is hard trial difficulty. If you don't like the frustration, you can go to normal and then try again at a different time. So depending on if you do normal or hard, your Dragon Shard gain will be different. Or if you're lucky and you end up getting that 700 or 1000, the upper half in the final chest, but I went with the lower half as my base values. And then we got number 4, it's going to be the Hunter's League, specifically the Bounty Ledger. This varies greatly for many reasons, which I'm going to get into. The first reason is your Hunter League level. So my main account is level 8, which is the max. If you look at what quests have a chance at showing up, my lowest quality is going to be 2 stars and max is 6 stars. I'm going to be doing this on all 3 of my accounts so you can see the variance. So your chances of making good profit off this league varies based off your level and then of course your luck. So you can refresh your bounties if you're not happy for 25 Dragon Shards. This never increases, so it's 25 each time. I don't recommend doing this until Hunter League 7. You could possibly do this at level 6, but it's pretty dicey, and I find unless I'm lucky on the reset with some nice starter quests, I just take what I get. But it all depends if you're spending money or not, so your Dragon Shard income will be different than others. Typically for me, I think at level 8, I'm averaging between 100 and 150 plus Dragon Shards profit a day. Today I gambled a bit more than I should have, and after going through the refresh process 9 times, I ended up gaining 135 profit. Because I spend on my main, I only take 5-star or 6-star quests involving gold or barrel. I don't bother with the silver dice because I don't need them. Dragon Shards I go for 3-star or better to help improve my odds at gaining profit. So let's just say on average I'm doing 125 Dragon Shard profit a day. This is going to come out to 875 Dragon Shards a week, and then a monthly income of 3,500 shards. Obviously some days will be better than others or maybe worse, but this sounds about right. Now I'll do the same process on my second account, just an example to see the kind of luck we're talking about. So I have the same Hunter Leagues level as my main, and after going through the refresh process 6 times, I was able to make 150 Dragon Shard profit. The big difference on this account is because it's free to play, I don't spend on this. I'm going to take 4-star or better barrel quests because I'm not buying the trial order. I average about the same as my main here, but because I don't gamble as crazy, let's go with 100 Dragon Shard as an average profit. Now on my third account, my Hunters League is level 7. It's not maxed, meaning I can get a minimum of 1 star instead of 2, and I can't get those 6-star quests. I'm not as crazy on this one in terms of gambling. So here I'm going to take 2-star or better Dragon Shard quests instead of 3. I actually lost profit today due to very bad luck. I ended up losing 25 Dragon Shards after going through the refresh process 9 times. So it really just depends on what you're satisfied with. And then finally we have number 5. It's going to be your dailies and your weeklies. Short and sweet, they don't take long at all. Being an idle game, you can jump in and get your dailies done in like 5 to 10 minutes. From your daily chest, you can earn 50 Dragon Shards on the 4th one, bringing your weekly to 350, and then heading over to your weeklies, you can earn 200 Dragon Shards on the 4th chest. So that's going to be bringing your new total to 550 Dragon Shards weekly, and then a monthly income of 2,200 shards. However, there is a bonus way, and it's just like impossible to factor in as an average amount, but I'll call this like miscellaneous. This would be like gift codes. Currently, they don't have a redemption button due to Apple's policy. They are working on it. Hopefully they get this out soon because a lot of new players are going to be wanting to get some codes. I'm pretty sure they're going to be extending the ones that expired. I do feel like they could have just sent this through in-game mail like they did with the December code with Kados, meaning everyone who joins the game that haven't received it yet just gets all those gift code rewards in their mail. That's just me, but hopefully they get this sorted out quickly. Then you have events, and then you have achievements, you have chapter dungeon pushing, campaign adventures, basically all the things you're not guaranteed on a weekly, monthly basis. I can't really judge how much potential here to earn because everyone's account progress is going to be different. Starting out, you're going to be getting a lot of Dragon Shards, then it slows down as you hit progression walls, achievements become less and less, etc. So this is an unknown number. However, whatever you figure you can get total from the first 5 ways, this bonus way is only going to add on to that. I will say though, the best event strictly for Dragon Shards is going to be the Puppet Wars. Obviously this will vary on your guild's strength, but you will gain 100 Dragon Shards for the first 4 bosses, and then 200 on the final, so that's 600 Dragon Shards per level. On my main account right now, this is an older video, Puppet Wars has ended. I just didn't get around to editing it in time. Right now we have completed level 24, so that would mean our guild members have accumulated 14,400 Dragon Shards so far. Most likely we will reach 26, spoiler we did, by the end of the day. Then you're also going to get those leaderboard ranking rewards. So judging off this list, I would say it's safe to say we're going to be number 1. So that's an extra 5k, so after all this is said and done with this event, about 20k Dragon Shards for everyone. Just remember, you can work with your guild to improve over time. This is a reoccurring event, so you will have many opportunities to improve and then get better rewards for the next time. So that was a lot of information, a lot of numbers being said here and there. To wrap this up, on my main account, number 1 for guild, I average 600 Dragon Shards weekly, 2,400 monthly. Number 2 for Arena, I average 280 Dragon Shards weekly, 1920 monthly. Number 3 for Trial, I average 1200 Dragon Shards weekly, 4800 monthly. Number 4 for the Hunters League, I went with an average of 875 Dragon Shards weekly, 3500 monthly. And then number 5 for daily and weekly quests, I went with 550 Dragon Shards weekly, and then 2220 monthly. And then bonus number 6, which is Miscellaneous. I have no idea, but it's only going to increase your earnings per week and then per month. So this is going to bring my total free Dragon Shards on average for my main account to 3,505 Dragon Shards weekly, or 14,040 monthly based off how I currently go about the game. Yours might be higher, yours might be lower, but at least this should allow yourself to get an average base value understanding. On the bright side, this helps feed my arcane dust cost in the shop, but on the dark side, I still haven't got the Gus card. Rest in peace. Hopefully this gives you an idea of the ways you can save up Dragon Shards and what you can potentially earn as a free-to-play. If I missed any ways, be sure to comment down below. As always, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for future videos, and stay tuned for the next one.